What's up, guys? Okay, so Magicshine actually reached out to me about their Ray 2600 Smart Remote Bite Light. So this is just a real quick unboxing. This is what they sent to me here. Came in the package. I did just cut this, but I haven't actually opened anything else. So this right here is going to be the remote that I can control the light with. So we'll open that here in a second. Comes in very good bubbled packaging here. Nothing else in the box except bubble wrap. And then there it is, Ray 2600. There it is, the Ray 2600 the box. It slides up. Let's see what's on the inside. Ooh, that looks nice. All right, I've been looking at reviews online of this, and it's been really good reviews. Yeah, that feels amazing. Very solid construction. It's not super light, obviously. This weighs in, I think, around 200 grams roughly. But it has the quarter turn mount here, just like your Garmin. So if you do have a Garmin, you can actually mount it to the underside of the Garmin, which is pretty amazing there. Let's see here. As you see, the batteries are probably dead. So it's charged. It has the rechargeable batteries. You can see here. It's a USB-C, so the newer style of USB is how you actually charge it. Charge time is anywhere from 2.5 to 3 hours, is what they claim. The run time on this is anywhere from 1.5 hours to 22.5 hours. So depending on the brightness, obviously, depends on how long the battery will last. Another amazing thing about this as well is you can actually use this to charge any item that has a USB-C on it. So let's say you can use this as like a battery bank. So if you have your phone and the battery is dying on the phone, you can actually use whatever you have, whatever juice you have left in this, to charge that device. So pretty cool setup there. All right, and then let's see here. I'm going to sit that down there, and then here's our mount. Pretty simple, straightforward. You can see there it's got the little screw. Looks like a 3mm Allen key is what it uses, and then you can loop it through there, like so, and then you use that Allen key there to tighten it. So it'll pull that way and tighten around your bars or wherever you may put it. So like I said before, it's the Garmin quarter turn, real easy to mount it on there. So super easy to mount. All right, so we know that we have to have some other stuff under here, right? Like a charging cable or something. Yeah, there we go. All right, so this here, you can use it obviously on any kind of Garmin mount or camera mount. And so if you don't want to use this contraption here, you can use this to actually mount it. On my bike, actually, I have it where I have a Garmin mount where I can put that under my my Garmin and then obviously turn the light on. So pretty cool there. That's awesome that they come with that. It comes with, looks like some extra straps as well. Obviously your charging cable here, USB-C, no charging block, which nothing is really coming with charging blocks anymore. Here's your 3mm Allen key that you can use to tighten this joker down with, and various length straps. Very cool. So if you have a really thin or thick handlebar or stem that you want to put it on, you have your different thickness or length, I should say, straps there. So you got your user manual here, if I could speak, and you have different settings as well. We're not going to go through all the mumbo jumbo of this. So this is the remote, and this is where you can actually connect it to, let's see if I can open this thing, connect it to the light. All right, and then you can mount the remote somewhere on your handlebars where you can control your light without having to take your hands off the handlebars, or at least take it off the light for the to control your bike. So yep, I don't know if you can hear that. Has a nice little click to it and a nice little feedback as well. And then it has the USB-C. So what you'll do is you'll take this and you'll open that, and then you'll attach it there, and then you can control your light through this. Now obviously what this is going to do, the downside is it's going to make your light less, I guess you could say it takes away all waterproof ability of the light. If you get any kind of water in there, it's going to mess it up, obviously. So you probably don't want to use the remote if you're riding in rain or in some wet conditions. So just as a heads up there. Now, like I said, this is a pretty, the device is pretty hefty. It does not feel cheaply made. Very solid. And if you do have a mount that you're going to mount this, like let's say under your computer, and make sure your mount is solid. I would say make sure your mount's a metal mount, some kind of alloy. If you have a plastic mount, this is going to put a lot of stress on that plastic mount, and it's going to bounce a lot if you hit any kind of rough roads or anything like that. So as you see, it has two different lights here. I think one of them is more of your wide beam, and one of them more is your direct or focus beam. They do have the instructions here talking about the different modes you can have them on with the brightness. You can see the lumens that they're using and the time that they actually use. So you can get 2 hours there. The highest setting is going to be an hour and a half right here with 2600 lumens. So if you're going to hit that 2600 mark, you're only going to have about an hour and a half of runtime with them. Okay, so I got the battery charged, and it does take a little while to figure out how to work this, because it's actually like a smart light. It's pretty impressive. It actually has a sensor inside when you have it on the smart setting, where if your bike is moving and it's vibrating, the light stays on. When your bike stops and it stays stationary for about 3 minutes, the light will shut off. It also has a setting, a smart light setting, where it has a sensor. When you're riding in daylight, it actually lowers it down to about 40 lumens. And then when you go into a tunnel or go where it's a lot of shade or shadows, it will brighten up. So it's really cool that it has those smart features, but I just want to show you the basic features here. And like I said, it does take some time to get used to. You just click the button there, and you can see that you got plenty of battery because it is green. And to turn it on, you actually have to hold the button down. All right, so there it is. And it's in the flashing mode right now. And before I was trying to push the button, and it does change it, and it just kept going back to different flashing modes. I was like, oh man, that's broken or something. But what you do is as the instructions say, you double click and it changes it to use both of them there. And you double click again and it'll change it to different settings. And it goes to each different setting. Now when it's on this setting here, you can actually click it once and it'll lower the brightness of it to last longer. Double click again and it switches to this side being a little bit brighter, and then you can go through the settings there and then bring it down as well. I'm very excited to put this on the bike, test it out, see how it works. I'm going to also try to put it on my helmet as well and see if it will work there. And we'll get some night riding in and see how it does. So, all right, I know this is a basic short video, but just want to kind of give you a rundown real quick and give you my first impressions of it. First impressions, very good.